Assalamualaikum everyone. So today's topic is about the US-Russia-Ukraine summit and the ongoing conflict. Since in the CSS, they are more interested in in the critical analysis side. So I try to sum up the whole discussion like for the with the perspective of current affair in 10 essential points. So let's get started. First thing first, first of all, for every 20 mark question, there should be one introduction or one paragraph that should be enough because you have 30 minutes for 20 marks question. So for the you need to understand the US and Russia diplomatic situation right now, and there is the reason why the Trump and Russian president postponed the summit due to the current diplomatic situation. You might know since the world is like multipolar now, and from to and fro, they are changing their strategies and they are trying to intermingle each other and trying to help each other. At the worst, like they are at the loggerhead. They're trying to shift their roles. All right, so for that, we need to understand the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. And it's not a new thing, and I'll discuss that in the historical perspective. But for now, I think you should know that they are at loggerhead. You should use different idioms and phrasal verb in your write up to show that your expression and write up is up to mark. So at the same time, इसमें आपको रिसेंट डेवलपमेंट्स देखनी है कॉजेज देखने हैं उसका ग्लोबल रिस्पॉन्स क्या है बिकॉज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इज देयर एंड व्हाई they have changed it at such a last moment and how it's going to impact in the long run. So let's get started. First of all, for any question, you should assume examiner is like not very much well versed about the topic and he is interested to know the insight of the conflict. So you should tell how is its conflict like what the center of the conflict is Russia invasion of Ukraine because in the past there was a war on the geographical arrangement, and again they are at the due to trying to get the things done for the military engagement. The both nations are working and trying hard, and at the same time for the key diplomatic issue because Russia is said they will not agree to ceasefire only then once the demands of the Ukraine will be resolved. But on the other hand, Ukraine is reluctant because he said peace talk should be proceeded only when their conditions and their the lost territory as per them they will get the control or regain on it. So, as you see this map, there is a part of like a sea part as well. There is a Crimea Peninsula. That's a hotspot of the conflict. At the same time, Russia and Ukraine are sharing the border, and they are trying to get the hold of each other for internal and external politics. So, this conflict back started at 2014 and Russia tried to annex the Crimea, and for that they have like in the past it was through the pro-European revolution. So how it were like the conflict further got the precedent, and it get to the full-fledged war, and the Russia got the full-fledged full-scale invasion. And due to this, there is still the ongoing territorial dispute on the basis of humanitarian crisis. So this is a strain and debt on the international relation for the for the Ukraine as well as for the Russia. So let's discuss about the current status. Every question, there are 10 essential, and you should, again, that depends on the question, but there are high probability what they're going to ask, you have to justify it. You should write that what's current happening, what is the current status. As you know, from the start of this discussion, there was a postpone of summit, and why like they have planned a summit because they want to settle the issue. But the summit would not be would not happen because Kremlin stated that they need preparation beforehand because they are not able to discuss matters beforehand. They want the serious, they want the resolution as well, and they are not able to finalize the data yet. And on the other hand, Ukraine is trying to seek military support from Western allies, like from the Europe and from the UK, and they said they want to increase or expand their military power. Anyways, let's jump to the major arguments. Since it's more of about the military engagement and military, power show. First of all, US is trying to mediate the ceasefire through diplomacy just to show that he is holding a major place in the global politics, and it would not be wrong to say that it's true to some extent. But right now, since the world is a multi-polar, there are there are a lot of other actors who are playing their due role. Anyways, Russia is insisting that territorial concessions must be agreeing before coming to peace, but Ukraine said no. First of all, they should get their due right. On the other hand, the stance of Ukraine is that they argues that they first want to get the support from the Western allies to get the stronger defense capabilities because they think otherwise Russia will try to pressure for the negotiation, and unfortunately. They are not at the same place and they have the imbalance in the power. Anyways, coming next, European leaders do think that there should be, first of all, there should be immediate ceasefire, and afterwards there will be battle lines, and then they will decide what should get it done. And now we should discuss what are the causes behind the conflict. I listed down in the pointers. You can do it the headings, and then you can give the explanation at the same time. But since I'm discussing it with the perspective of essay as well as current affair, so you should know the pointers well and how you are going to handle it. So for the Russia, their ambitions are as big like as before, like just like in the USSR in the past. And Russian ambition is to reinsert their influence. They want to get the bigger territory. They think that Ukraine is still the part of their old territory when the everything is like getting fluid after the globalization. And on the other hand, NATO thinks that it's a eastward expansion, and Ukraine is like the result of Western alignment, and they have the more chance and more influence on the Western part, and that's why they're getting the military help from the Western European countries and European allies. Basically, if we narrow down the issue, it's basically territorial issue based on the sovereignty. Ukraine thinks that Russia is impinging their right of self-determination and they are interfering and misusing their sovereignty. Uh, on the other hand, Ukraine thinks that their ethnic division could not be misused just because they have the few part of eastern Ukraine. Last but not the least point is another cause behind this conflict is because there are a lot of serious concern, and since Russia and West are not at one page right now, so there should be mutual distrust in both, and first they should be on one page to get the things done. So now let's come to this side. What would be the impact of this conflict, like Ukraine and Russia conflict? First of all, as we see, whenever the war happens, there is this like serious, massive human displacement. Like they have to leave their house, they have to do everything, and ultimately it results as well as due to civilian casualties. They face they are the bearing the brunt of it, and that is the reason. that war adds insult to the injury. Second point would be it will increase economic tension on Russia, just like in the past. US is still trying that they should impose more economic sanction on Russia. And since Europe is facing huge energy crisis due to, internal disturbance in Ukraine. Last but not the least point is there will be like facing the serious global food security issues, because due to this they are not able to produce much, and they would not be able to do the exports as well as, and ultimately it will result to the economic tensions as I discussed earlier. So what has already been done and what should be done, in the second last paragraph I will share that as well. So, first of all, first thing first, first we should know what steps are already taken. There are multiple rounds for the talks for the US, Russia, Ukraine, and they are not still at one page. Their diplomatic engagements are like not successful right now, and they are still trying for it. On the other hand, economic sanctions by the US and EU for the allies of Russia will increase it, because US thinks that Russia is doing the injustice with the Ukraine, and same Europe endorsed this fact. Last, if we discuss like this Western military aid would be there, it would help the Ukraine in the long run, as well as it would help the Ukraine to get the support in the humanitarian grounds. And for this, there are several negotiations in the past, and still they are not able to reach to a successful conclusion. So what should we get? What should get it done, and how it's going to be possible? First of all, super organization should play an impartial role, like UNO and OSCE. They must know that how they can strengthen the multilateral diplomacy, how they can add points to it. And on the other hand, they also encourage how the incremental ceasefire agreements are there, and how humanitarian corridors will, they are going to face the huge displacement of civilians. And ultimately, agreements are going to, they are not going to helpful for the Ukraine as well, unless there should be some kind of serious actions that should be done in the favor of Russia. Otherwise, Ukraine is getting more prominence and more benefit due to this summit. Anyways, to cut long story short, we can like Ukraine should be given the military power and military aid. This way, they can get the balance in military powers. Otherwise, the matrix is very imbalanced, and they are not going to help to solve this matter. Ultimately, this will escalate the warfare and military encroachment more. And at the last, as always, there should be the dialogue open with the Russia. The Western allies are trying hard that they should convince the Russia that they should get it done. To conclude this discussion, it's a short lecture for the current affair of the recent issues in like 10 parts, where they know about the introduction, what's the issue, why there is issue, what's the past, what's the current status, and what are the major issues, irritants, causes, and all stuff. And to conclude this, I have shared this postponement reflects that current diplomatic efforts are very weak. There are no chances that Russia and Ukraine are going to sit again with the supervisionary role of US for the sustainable peace in the region. Everyone should compromise. There should be some kind of security guarantees at the same time. International agreements to be there. a lot of coordinated international engagements are required, and the hostilities at the both end, at the Ukraine and at the Russia level. They are trying to rebuild it, and this will help. This will increase the Ukraine's sovereignty and stability. Thank you very much.